You won't regret.
Nah, you good. I seen the countdown. And
Okay.
can you change my name so I don't have to log out?
Yeah, I got you. I got
Yeah,
you
because
for
I
sure.
ain't. Yeah,
Let me play the intro while we're doing that. What's
for
happening?
sure that.
Cue the theme music. Go ahead, fix that for you. Good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess Mashawn is still, vacationing. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. Oh yeah, anniversary.
Yeah.
Already.
That's all right. We can hold it down. I gave us a formal. We have a formal title now. Us three are the 9 to 5 guys. Yeah, we're the 9 to 5 guys. You know what I mean?
I'm with it.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, truck drivers of all ages, boys, girls, preachers, deaconesses, deacons, first ladies, other clergy, retail workers, call center workers, nightlife
Mamas,
workers,
daddies.
mamas, daddies, mamas, babies, mamas.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, you made it. You survived another week. You put up with that job you claim you hate every day. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Night Live with the 9 to 5 guys. I am your host, 58 South, along with one of my co-hosts, The Don. What's happening, sir?
Same old, man. You know, ready for another great show. It's been a great week. And also, just so everybody understands, now that the 2026 World Cup is over, USA 2030 is our year. I think it's every 4 years, maybe every 2 years, 4 years, whatever it is. Whenever the next one is, it's our year.
It's okay. All right. So were you were you already invested into the World Cup, or you just joined the
Not at
bandwagon
all.
like a lot of other folks?
Not at all. Anything USA, I'm with. As far as the World Cup, I'm learning soccer, right? I'm learning the strategy of it. Anything sports, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be into, but I'm learning the strategy of it, like and why players are doing things they're doing, and why coaches have certain lineups and certain formations, things like that. Because before it was just like you kicking the ball around, trying to find some space to shoot it. You know what I'm saying? But there's ways to and places to kick that ball to get your right shot off. So I'm learning.
Yeah. I mean, we're in the right area for it, to be quite honest, man, because there's a large fan base with the Charlotte FC squad. So I'm gonna take
Yeah,
advantage of
sir.
that, man. I'm gonna take advantage of that and go check some of the games out. Like we were talking about, before the show started. I said I was gonna try to get into a lot of the sports happenings going on around here, like the Charlotte Knights. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
that the Negro League hat you got there. The Charlotte Knights,
Mm-hmm.
they honor the Charlotte Charlotte is it
Black
Black
Hornets.
Knights?
Yep.
Black
Black
Hornets, excuse me.
Hornets. Mm-hmm.
Honor the Charlotte Black Hornets, by wearing their jerseys on certain games. So that's dope. Um,
Yeah, man. The Charlotte FC games. I don't. If you have you been to one yet at all?
not yet, not yet, not yet.
They lit, man. They lit, and like you
That's what
don't
I keep hearing.
realize. Yeah, you don't realize like the soccer community in Charlotte is as big as it is, but like we got like routines that people do we do before the game, and like all that kind of stuff that you see on TV. Other teams got, we got it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have said in the MLS like the Charlotte FC games in the stadium is one of the toughest places to play in the MLS. So shout out to the Charlotte fans.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the bank got to get filled up somehow. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Somebody got to sell Bank of America Stadium out, and for a while it wasn't the Panthers. So hey, way to go, way to
Maybe
go.
this year. We'll see, Bryce.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we like the second hottest ticket in town this year as far as sports goes. Cause they're disappointed in the LaMelo Ball trade or whatever, but they got over that pretty fast. I was never
Yeah.
against it, but they got over that pretty fast. Anyway, what would you like to start this week, man? We got what I think was one of the biggest stories is Wemby out here acting like he's a general manager for no reason whatsoever. Like, why you leaving money on the table? Who goes to work and goes, you don't have to pay me everything I'm worth?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
We can start
I'm not
there.
with it.
We can
Nah, yeah,
start
we
with
got to go there.
I mean, or we could go with the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors summer league game if you wanted to. Did you happen to catch it?
I didn't. Well, no, I saw some of it. I saw some of it. I
Mm,
didn't see all of it. I'm a sleeper. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little nodding off in between it. I was trying to stay, but
yeah.
it wasn't working for me. So
I mean, plus it was summer league, man. I just so happened to be up
I did
and
see my
watched
guy
it.
with the top off though. I saw my guy with.
and that's one of his celebratory joints, man. He rubs his bald head after he makes 3-point. I forget my man's name, but
I got it too.
I thought he drove the bus there, but he turned out to be a player.
Nah, I'm the same way. I know. This is my first time seeing him, and I'm like, I don't know if this is a Laker thing where they like keep older G League players because if you remember a couple of years ago, they had it was an old black dude. I can't remember his name, but he was the same kind of guy, and then they actually let him play. I think in a game, with the Lakers one game when a lot of dudes was hurt. I think it was the Kobe era when it was Swaggy P and all of them, and it was Lakers real bad. And so I don't know if this is like a habit they make of like keeping real old G League players, or if they just happen to get this guy. But shout out to him, man. He was hooping, and hope he makes the team, but I doubt it.
I don't know the way the Lakers are looking these days. I think I think he has a shot at it.
And because of the
Hold
color of his
on.
skin, you know what I'm saying,
That's
in relation to in relation
oh,
to all them other guys. But
I mean, he
I
looked
don't want
like
no
he
trouble,
fit the
Lakers
bill.
fans.
They're going with the soccer dad approach this season, so yeah, he'll fit right in. Um, okay, so we can go ahead with the Wemby situation, right? So is Wemby turning down? I think it was the 30% increase that he turned down by
Mm-hmm.
signing so early. He did it. Jalen Brunson did it. So do you think now they're gonna look to players of a star caliber and be like, well, look, you see what it did for the Knicks, how they were able to get a lot of pieces to win a championship. You see, Wemby's did it, and that's probably going to be able to keep Castle and Harper together longer with the Spurs. That's not the player's job to figure that out. To me, am I tripping? Is this setting a bad precedent, or is this selfless of the players?
I think two things can exist at the same time. I do think it is selfless, right? But I think it comes from the organization. Obviously, they want to save money whenever they can, right? But I think it's them. The bug was put in their ear a long time ago, right? Like if we want to win, we gotta there's the salary cap. We gotta fall between under these numbers so we don't have to pay an extra luxury tax and we can get this amount of guys to put around you. And so now we can win. You can win a championship. You can be considered one of the greatest of all time. Right. And I think the organization by design puts that in these guys' ear. Like, you want to be one of the greatest of all time? You can't be one of the greatest of all time without these rings. To get these rings, you got to have pieces around you to go be successful. Right. And that's true. I get that. But if you're telling me I'm about to take a pay cut for some extra guys, I might. It depends on how much we talking. We talking 10%, I might be able to give you that. 30%, like 30, man, you got me twisted. I'm not doing it, right? But I can understand from a player's perspective, you want to be great, you want to have pieces to build around you. But like you said, it's not a player's job to make those decisions, right? It's the organization. They get paid. Those dudes get paid real good money to put pieces around you and to put a winning product on the floor, right? And make that decision, figure it out, right? It's not my job is to be the best I can be to make the most money I can for my family. It's not to give you a discount. And at the end of the day, if you think about it, okay, you take a discount, right? You get pieces around you. Y'all win a championship. What does that do for the organization? They money goes up. They money from being in the playoffs, from being in the finals, from marketing, from jersey sales, all the money, all the avenues of revenue that they have, they all go up from winning. But you still, wherever you at on that deal, yours stays the same. You know what I'm saying? And then you gave them a discount. And so I don't believe that you should take a major pay cut in some of these situations. Leaving like 10%, I can understand. Just depending, I'm not mad at anybody for doing it. I'm not mad at anybody for not doing it, right? But at the end of the day, is it a player's job to do that for the organization? No. You're billionaires. You find the money. You pay the extra taxes if you really want to win. Simple as that for me. How you feel about it?
I think sports is the only job where people look at it and encourage people to leave money on the table. There's no other job where you tell somebody don't go get all your money. Like
That's a fact.
say somebody's working a regular 9 to 5, just like we all have regular 9 to 5. You go in there for your performance review, and they say, "Yeah, you're eligible for this pay raise, but if we don't give it to you, we'll be able to hire some more people." I don't think you'll be like, "Yeah, I'll take one for this team." Nobody's ever going to say that.
Come on, man.
So is it the fact that they make? So is it the fact that they make comfortably more than we make that people feel like, yeah, man, they could spare a couple million? Like, nah,
no, absolutely.
That's still their job, man. You want to get what you're worth, and they're never going to get that. They're never going to make the money they're worth as far as the revenue they generate for the city they're in, for the organization they work for. They're never going to get what they're worth. So, hey, man, max out while you can. And plus, Victor, you 7'5", man. You one injury away from never being the same.
I think you hit the nail on the head, dog, when you said the while you can part. Like, it's different. It's different. Like, and really, it should be in reverse. Really, they should ask 9 to 5 people, because you're the amount of years that you work that job and that you're able to work that job is a lot longer than you're able to play professional sports, right? So while you're able to play professional sports, you have to get what you can, because at the end of the day, let you get hurt. They ain't worried about the pay you took, the sacrifices you made for the organization. They gonna cut you immediately. So players,
ask Isaiah Thomas.
Come on, man. Player, don't worry about these pay cuts, man. And then if you a fan and you're saying that a player should take a pay cut for the organization to win, I can't trust you. I can't trust you, or I'm gonna come to your job and say, hey, can we take some of your money to give to somebody else to hire one of these 18 or one of these 22-year-olds that just got out of college, so we can help our organization function at a higher level, and then see what you say.
Exactly.
What we talking about?
This is so, and this right here is going to lead to another question. So since he already took one for the team, figuratively speaking, there's no guarantee that the guys he's sacrificing for are going to want to stay. So who leaves first to want to get their own team, Castle or Harper?
Oh, I say Harper.
Think so?
I say Harper. So? Yeah, man, because I think just because of how it went down this year, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think he didn't get the minutes he was supposed to get in the playoffs, and when he had it going, right, he was hooping. He's hooping, and he's still coming off the bench and not in the game at the end of the game. Like, it's different if, we would have a different conversation if he didn't start, right? He was coming off the bench, but late in the game, they put him in there, and he's doing his thing. He's still not in the game late in the game when he's hooping when he got in the game. So I think also social media blew it up. You know what I'm saying? And so I think now it's like he has some like ill will in his heart to where he's not gonna forget that. You get to the finals and that type of stuff happens. Now I think the only way it changes is if they make it back to the finals and they win it. If that happens, I think Castle may leave before he does, but I still think Harper is just like that. That doesn't go away, man. That doesn't go away, especially your rookie year. So, what about you?
I have Castle leaving first, and the reason I have Castle leaving first is because I think he's more valuable to another team that's wanting to get to the finals. He's a two-way player, like certified two-way player already in his career. I mean, I ain't saying he played the greatest defense, but I like what he does on both ends of the floor. So I think a team will make a push for him because they know Wemby's not going anywhere. It's going to take a whole lot.
No, sir.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot for Wemby to go anywhere else. So, But I think Castle would be is the next piece that a winning franchise is going to start eyeing in like the next 2 years. Still NBA, but it just happened today. You saw Lou Dort got traded to the Hawks.
Yeah, I
Lou
did,
Dort to the
man.
Hawks and
I did.
Ricochet
I
to
did.
the Dallas
Was it the
Mavericks
Mavericks? Yeah.
like a three-team trade. Ladies and gentlemen, we didn't think it would be possible, but he's here fresh off Love Island. Fresh off
Come
Love
on.
Island, ladies and gentlemen.
Come
The
on.
sports diplomat, Mashawn Roberson. What's up, man?
Man, what's happening, man? Just having some technical difficulties. Finally got them figured out, man. Able to get
It's
on.
cool, man. I know we
Dang.
figured you wasn't, letting you go. It's cool. It's cool, man. It's
Yeah, we
cool.
know how it go, man.
Yeah. But yeah, we were actually talking about players leaving money on the table to help out their organizations, kind of playing the role of GM when they really don't have to. Seeing if you had any thoughts about, like the Wembys and the Jalen Brunson,
Yeah.
giving up bigger paydays to help out the organization.
Well, I do, man. I kind of what you said is what I was thinking too. Like, what when guys are younger and they have realized they have the talent to get to a pro sport, the main reason they want to go there is what
Max out.
they ain't thinking about. I mean, they want to win, but they thinking about the financial rewards. They thinking about the money and stuff. So when they
Absolutely.
go, you know, that's the main thing. In my opinion, these GMs are hustling these dudes, man, and trying to get them to do their job too. You
I
know,
had
it's it's not the player's job to say, all right, I'll put some money on the table so to make it easier for you to build the team.
yeah,
I'm a player. My job is not to build the team.
right.
My job is to play and help the team win and do what the coach directs us to do and stuff like that. I shouldn't be burdened with trying to help you build a team. So
Figure
yeah,
it out.
I think that they need to take what they should be getting
Mhm.
and force them dudes to do their job. Cause who even if they take the money, right, fans are gonna get on them. If they don't take it and they don't win, fans are gonna get on them. So, yeah, it worked out for Jalen Brunson because he did that and they won, but it's still I just think it's unrealistic for them to ask all the players to do that. Now, I mean, they're gonna ask them all the time, but the players should no. I mean, no, you come in there to get your paper, and you should go on and try to maximize it.
For sure. What up, B Mac? I see you in the comment section. What's happening, homie? And the other question I had asked the Don was, who do you think leaves first to get their own team? Would it be Harper or Castle?
No, shoot, it might be both of them at the same time. I don't know. I mean, uh, I don't know, just based on the way they play, I would think it might be Harper because he's shown more offensive skill. That team gonna try to, poach and talk them into, you can get this and that. So I don't really. I would say him.
And I went the opposite direction because Castle's a better two-way player.
But if you could be right, man, that's a tough one to answer because they're both good players.
Yeah.
Castle is a better defender. Um, so yeah, it could be both of them, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be
Yeah.
Castle, or I would just say teams like uh Harper's offense more though. I think.
Okay. That's fair.
And
That's
that's where I
fair.
was going, like because I mean, if we're gonna be real, and it's unfortunate, but like defense ain't value no more. You know what I'm saying? Until you get to the playoffs. Right. So 82
I was getting
games
ready to
defense.
say until you
Yeah,
up
82
until you up
games,
by
Well, it's time
nobody
to
29.
knows.
win, right?
Until you
Yeah.
up 29 and lose.
Like you ain't like 82 games, it's like who can score the most points. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically like and one. Like I'm gonna stand here and watch you score, and then you just let me get mine too. Like, and that's why I hate a regular season basketball at this point, but it is what it is. So I think people will value like Harper being able to get the bucket whenever he wants to, and then I also, honestly, I don't think the Spurs let Castle leave because he puts the battery in Wemby's back, right? He's the dog that's like, okay, bro, we gotta go. Like, I know you cool and like you taller than everybody and you like to just do your thing and the finesse, but no, dunk that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's the dog that you gotta have, like the Lou Dort, right? And like the J Dub, kind of to a lesser extent, but more Lou Dortish. You know what I'm saying? When they just got rid of him, but they wanted chip. So I don't see Castle leaving there until they went and chip. And then I don't think they should let him go. I think they should keep them two together and figure the rest out.
Well,
I
we've
agree.
already. Oh, go ahead.
I agree. But like I think I said it a few weeks ago, man, San Antonio, I think they did. I would say they must get someone with a powerful with some size and strength to come up in there and help Wimby while he's getting stronger.
I think they drafted some
But they
size
did.
for him. Yeah, they
They
drafted some
drafted a
size.
dude. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if the Boston Celtics didn't teach y'all nothing, they taught y'all that duos are made to be broken up. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see who puts the battery in the back of either Castle or Harper to be like, hey, psst, you know you can have your own squad one day, right?
Yeah,
You know you don't have to take this.
and it's just a trip. Like that question you asked, man, is a good question. And I'm glad that I was able to get on and participate in this part because, man, they always trying to take advantage of these guys from a general manager and team building standpoint and put them in a position where the team and the league and all of them are looking at these guys like they're not trying to help the team grow. They selfish. They trying to do this and that. And that's just real unfair, man, because nobody is checking the GMs. GMs be in their job for 20 years and don't even build no team that they just build a decent playoff team and they good.
I got a
Um,
question.
mhm.
Though. Did they ask Luca to do this? Have they asked Luca to take less money or
I think
a check? Have they asked him to take any less
Not
money or
not Luca, but
now
they
I don't
switched
think the
up
time has come
Austin
yet.
Reeves. They switched Austin Reeves'
okay,
contract
they
from
switch
4 years, 184 to 180. I know he gave back like 4 or 5 million in his deal.
okay.
So I'm not sure if
I
that's
was just
to
wondering.
go. Yeah, Luca. Oh yeah, nah, that's a lead. Luca need all the money he can get to stay healthy, man. So they're not gonna ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Golden
no,
boy.
they're not gonna do any of that. You know what I mean? So anyhow, there was something else I had NBA wise. Oh yeah, man, being a fan of a small market team, it hurts my heart to see what's going on with the Portland Trailblazers, yo. Especially when there's nothing else really going on in your area and you've had that squad for so long. That's kind of like one of them things where families grow up going to games and knowing the players and this, that, and the third. Then you got some outsider who to show you the type of character this dude is. Mind you now, it's the same guy who owns our Carolina Hurricanes. It's only so many slots on the Stanley Cup actual trophy where you can get names engraved. So some of the actual staff of the Carolina Hurricanes' name didn't make it because he took like 7 or 8 of those slots and put him and his family's names on. So that should show folks right
Sheesh.
there. Yeah, that should show
Wow.
folks what's getting ready to go on down here in Portland. After he already told y'all, if this arena is going to be renovated, y'all going to be the ones to pay for it if you want it to go down. So
Come about that money. That money.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think the Portland the new Trailblazers are going to be relocated?
Man, shoot, anywhere. I mean, he seemed not to care. I mean, if St. Louis seemed to want another kind of pro team, they want a football team real bad, but they may settle for a basketball team if they come over there, maybe
Mm.
there or gosh, well, Seattle about to get one again. So,
That's what I was gonna say. I got Seattle or Vegas. I
but
think
they
Seattle
about
makes
to.
too much
I heard they
sense
about
because
to
they got to.
redo put the Sonics back there.
Yeah, because they got
Okay.
and their hoop culture. Like a lot of NBA players and former NBA players came from up that area, up the Seattle, Washington, and area. You know what I'm saying? And they were upset. I hear about losing the Supersonics. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously Vegas makes too much sense because the money. Like you put an NBA team in Vegas, like you're gonna be printing money. You know what I'm saying? So I think those two were my St. Louis was a good one though. I ain't think about that because when they lost the Rams, is what else you got in St. Louis other than the Cardinals?
Yeah,
So
and they are not as small. They're a bigger market than Portland. I think outside of a place that doesn't have a team already, that might be the biggest market out there that I could think of off the top of my head. So that might be the spot. But I saw, you can't just say which reports are real and what's not. I saw something where they said they were gonna put a team in Las Vegas in a couple of years, and so they got a bad name. It was gonna be the Las Vegas Jacks. I hate that name. But,
that's miserable. That's
that's a
miserable.
horrible name. But I heard that's gonna be their name, and they was gonna put the Supersonics back in Seattle. So that's why I think St. Louis might be the viable option.
The Las Vegas Jacks. Huh.
Mhm.
So you seen
mid. Skip.
you see when
Yeah.
Lou Dort got shipped off to Atlanta?
Yeah. That's a good pickup for Atlanta.
I'm telling y'all, man,
That's a
Atlanta
real
is
good pickup for
quietly
Atlanta.
is quietly building something over there, man. Kingston
They
Fleming in
are.
the draft. It was another acquisition they had. Well, Kingston Fleming, they got Henry Vassar on. I mean, he might be a G Leaguer for a little while, but
For sure.
Yeah, he should
For sure that.
he'll be on the roster. But you still got your Jalen Johnson and your CJ McCollums and them guys, man. Atlanta's
Aaron
gonna be
Wiggins.
formidable.
They got Wig
There you go.
shout out to the boy
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Greensboro.
yeah, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? They got Wig down there, your dog too.
Yeah, that's a second. Yeah, so Oklahoma City is just pretty much doing deals with Atlanta right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City got to fight too to keep their team because this second Abram stuff, man, it's potentially gonna break them up. That's why they're trying to get rid of all their little secondary pieces now to try to keep their big three there.
Well, you know,
How do
they
y'all
still got
feel
all
about
them
that
draft
though?
picks. They still got all them draft
And how do
picks.
y'all feel about? Because I mean, obviously, with the second apron, first apron, second apron, luxury tax, all that kind of stuff, they're making sure that there's parity in the league, right? But they're also obviously because we haven't had in I think 8 years a repeat champion.
Mhm.
And how do y'all feel about that with us not having any repeat champions? Like basically, there's gonna be no more dynasties. Like everybody's gonna be a different team to win it every year. Y'all feel like it's a good thing, or y'all feel like we want to see another Jordan? You know what I'm saying? We want to see another '96 Bulls and Lakers back in the day.
I don't know, man. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day, and I think, like, let's use Oklahoma City as an example. Clearly, Sam Presti knows how to draft players and knows how to develop them in that organization, man. I hate to see homegrown talent get dispersed because of rules in the league. If you drafted your players and you and your coaching staff and all that have made them good, made them champions, you should be able to run that back and bask in that, man, if you built it up like that. Same thing like with Boston, they drafted Tatum and Brown, and then, I don't think that, I mean, I know what they're saying, but I don't think that was all it why they broke them up. But still, if a team drafts well, I think they should be able to keep those players longer than just for whatever. But I do like the parity in the league, but yes, dynasties are good for leagues too, because it gives somebody a model to or a team to say. It helps with rivalries first of all, and then it helps with teams having something to chase other than the championship. They have a team to chase and beat, and I think that's good too. So
Cool with what's going on. For one, Jeff Peterson has us built for it. That's why we got all them second round picks for the next however many years. Once they switched up the way the lottery went, boom, get rid of Melo, get me some more second rounders. Get rid of Miles Bridges, get me some more second rounders. He seen it coming. He didn't want to wait to see what it was going to be like with them next year to start planning for it early. And as far as a dynasty, I don't think it's the end of dynasties. I just think now it's going to be the beginning or the renewing of coaches actually having to be coaches. Ain't nobody going to tell me Steve Kerr's a great coach with what he had winning them championships. I could have coached and won championships with Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green. Nah, partner, you ain't
see that with all the young talent that he done got and ain't done nothing with the young talent.
When given the opportunity to actually have to coach, you a playing team. Nah, that ain't gonna work. So if you can coach, the dynasty will be there. This ain't no excuse. This ain't no excuse.
Here's the thing though, 58. Even like what you're saying is true. With say the Hornets do that, and they are able to, and they pick some gems in the second round. Eventually, that apron stuff and the salaries are going to force you to break that team up.
It is, and then them draft picks are going to help you, get some packages, put some packages together to get some.
Draft well. Teams going to have to do that.
So my thing is like, why NBA, NFL can't adopt the baseball method to where it's like, hey, you got the money, you should be able to spend it. Why do we have a salary cap? Why is there a cap on how much dudes can make? You know what I'm saying?
You do know now. Baseball has been trying to go the NBA, NFL way. Like right now, they're actually having these discussions, and it may be a lockout sometime next season as far as baseball goes.
And
but I don't think it should be. I think, look, if the owner can pay you, let him pay you. Like, cause like we were just talking about, like the dudes aren't getting their market value at the end of the day, and let the owner, if the owner has the money to pay, let the owner pay whatever he wants to pay for whoever he wants, and then everybody else, you got to stop it. That Dodgers winning World Series, you know what I'm saying? Yankees won World Series because they got the bread, and then you might get one of these one-off teams to win it. But I like dynasties, man. I like dynasties. I want to see greatness, man.
You talk to the coaches. You got to talk to them coaches about that.
Well, baseball also is not afraid to cancel the season over stuff like that. They've done it before. I mean, it's been a long time, but they canceled the whole season, the whole World Series, none of that, and that scared them owners like crazy, man. So the NBA has kind of done it with the shortened seasons and all of that before.
99, the last time the Knicks was in the finals.
Yeah, and they did it in like 2013 or something like that too, but they never canceled. Only baseball has canceled their whole season over that. And I think that's why they got the best financial reward for the players. So is that, and but I think it should be like this though. I don't think they should have a cap on the sports, but I do think if you going to, they should have something like the luxury taxes and the aprons or whatever, but no cap on it. If you just go over this level, okay, you got to pay this extra tax on it, as to keep you from, to have you make a real decision on whether you want to do that or not, to try to keep the parity there. But if you somebody that got deep pockets and don't care, hey, you can do what you want to do, but you're gonna pay us.
What you want to do?
Yeah, that's how I think it should be.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure the next collective bargaining agreement, all this will be reworked by then. So we'll see. Y'all had anything else on the NBA side of things before we move on?
No, sir.
Nope.
All right, Mashawn, it's time to get to Don also, time to get to the NFL. And it seems to be the talk of the town this whole past week was a list. There was a ranking. Top quarterbacks, top running backs, top wide receivers, top linebackers, top safeties, cornerbacks. Out of all these lists, what's the one? Well, I know there's more than one. But what's the most egregious, unbelievable thing y'all have seen? And I'm pretty sure we all thinking the same thing. Mashawn, you got to the party late. I'll let you go first.
Well, for me, it's just disrespect on Lamar Jackson, man.
That's the one.
Number 69. I mean, they got him behind dudes like, I wrote some of the names down.
Trevor
Kevin
Lawrence.
Byard, Trevor Lawrence, Drake London, all them before him. Come on, man. I mean, that's Wow, what he do to the league, these players
From
that
number 2
yeah.
to 69.
And when he played last year, I know they had a down year, but when he played, they played well. When he
He was.
didn't play, you know, I
I
don't
don't
get it.
understand how you went from, because the way I was understanding, they were like, when you go ask the players who's the one person you would fear the most on the field or whatever. So he went from the second to now it's like, oh man, Lamar ain't really that. He ain't like we thought he was. I don't believe that to be true. I don't believe a healthy Lamar Jackson is not a threat. I find that hard to believe, man.
Man,
Like, what are we talking about? What are we? I think honestly, I think it's more of Lamar doing that to himself. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, because since he came in the league, everybody has said he's not going to be able to do what he did in college. He's not going to be able to run the football like he did. He's going to get hurt. He's going to have to sit in the pocket. He's going to have to become a pocket passer, right? And so now that's kind of got in his head. So he stopped doing as much running as he, you know what I'm saying, as he's naturally accustomed to doing. And so now he's sitting in the pocket. And now I can see how he's not as dangerous, because when he gets out of the pocket, or early on in his career, when he got out of the pocket and started running, that's when people were scared, because you can't catch him. You can't do anything with him. He's going to get as many yards as he wants to, and he's going to get down and get out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? So when he stops doing that, it's like, oh, we'll live with him just sitting back there and throwing the
yeah.
football, even though he's a great passer as well. Now he becomes the Josh Allens. Now he becomes those type of guys. Now we can figure out a scheme to deal with this one side of him instead of having to deal with both. And so I understand why he's gotten out of running as much, because of course you got to stay healthy, especially later on in your career. I get that 100%. And they head hunting, and referees not taking care of black quarterbacks in the first place anyway, right? So I understand. But at the end of the day, Lamar, you got to go be you, dog. And I think this, if nothing else, he didn't realize the window was closing for him as far as Super Bowl goes. It needs to press that button for not only him, but his teammates, because I know just from listening and reading things, like, his teammates love him, man. Like, and the city of Baltimore loves him. And so I think his teammates go to bat for him, like, yeah, we're not letting this disrespect go down. Like, we're going to put it all on the line this year. At least we're going to put it all on the line. So I hope this
Well,
kind
let
of,
me
even though I'm not a Baltimore fan by any means, right? I hope this like reinvigorates them and allows them to give it everything they got and allow them to make a championship run, man.
well, let me ask you this about Lamar though, because obviously, yeah, I don't know what year he's in, maybe 8 or 9 or something like that, maybe even 10 years. He's been running for most of his career, but I don't remember him like with Cam Newton. You saw him take the hits, and you saw what made him kind of decline. I don't remember Lamar like with his running. I've always thought that he's been real strategic with it, in terms of he would get out of bounds, he would slide and stuff to protect himself. Has he taken a lot of hits with his running?
I wouldn't say he's taken, definitely not as many as Cam Newton. Like, that's not even
Cam
close.
Newton seeked out contact.
Yeah,
No
Nobody.
doubt, no doubt,
Yeah,
no doubt.
running
And he
back.
knew if it was me, if it's 1 yard, I'm getting this 1 yard myself.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm not giving the ball to nobody. I'm not throwing it to nobody. I'm getting this yard myself. And Lamar Jackson is not really that way. I mean, he doesn't have to be that way. Obviously, you got Derrick Henry, right? But I don't think he's taking a lot of egregious hits. But I still don't think they protect him as much, even in the pocket, right? As the Josh Allen's, the Patrick Mahomes, the Matt Stafford. I don't think they protect him as much with that either. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's just, and I
Well,
mean, his rushing yards by year, it's not a big gap, but early on in his career, he rushed for 1,000 twice in 19 and 20. And then it just came down a little bit in 21, 22, went back up in 23, and then he rushed for 924. And then obviously he didn't play as much last year. He only rushed for like 350. So I think he just stay yourself, man. Stay yourself. You don't got to put on a whole bunch of weight. Like, just be Lamar Jackson and be the best version of Lamar Jackson, and be the best of Lamar Jackson between your ears, dog. And you're going to go out and do what you're supposed to do.
well, the reason I brought that up was because I don't think he does need to change the way he plays, because he hasn't gotten a lot of bad injuries from playing that way. I mean, I don't remember any, and you just confirmed that for me. So I think, yes, he can stand to be. I don't even think accuracy is an issue for him, man. I think some of the other guys on the team in recent years have not made plays for Lamar when it came down to it.
Come on, Mark Andrews.
And Mark Andrews is the first player that come to
even
mind.
your guy Zay Flowers dropped a couple of
Come on,
key
Zay.
passes and some too. So those guys got to step up for Lamar to help him out. And of course, Derrick Henry and this new and his offensive coordinator. I mean, there's been times when, remember when they got to that championship game and they just wanted to stop running the ball? Those kind of things count to the quarterback dropping in lists like this. So I don't understand the disrespect with that 69th man, especially with some of the guys that are above him, man. Like, I can't believe they say Trevor Lawrence is better than him. They gonna fall down. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars gonna have a tough season because they lost a lot of people in the free agency, and they ain't really have a whole lot of good receivers. Travis Achan, as he say now, was their best player, and he gone.
He gone.
Give y'all these. Let me pose this question to y'all. Well, it's really 3 questions. So, what's more likely to happen this season in the NFL? Josh Allen reverses the Buffalo curse and wins a Super Bowl, the Dallas Cowboys win a playoff game, or A.J. Brown breaks wide receiver records, whether it be touchdowns and or receiving yards. What's more likely to happen?
I'll let Don
Hey, man,
go.
we're not going to do this disrespect, man.
Ahead,
we're not doing this today. We're not doing the disrespect today. We know AJ Brown is not. We know AJ Brown is not breaking no receiving records. We know Josh Allen got to go through Patrick Mahomes to win this championship, man. That's not happening. You know Dak Prescott is swole. He looking good. Our defense looking amazing as far as the pieces we brought in. Our receivers, OD, George Pickens, he playing under the tag. He ain't making no noise in the offseason. We got 2 of the top 5 receivers in the league, and you know we poised to make a playoff run. So why are we even doing this?
Because every year, y'all are poised to make a playoff run. And
last year we won. Last year our defense was bogus, man. Everybody knew that going into season.
Well, again, I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan at all, but I do think the number 2 option is the one that's most likely to happen. The Cowboys winning the playoff game. I think that's the most likely option because of kind of the stuff Don said. I think Cowboys have gotten a lot of new good defenders, and if their defense can get to 16, 17, 18 rank, then they're going to be good. They're going to be really good if their defense can be middle of the pack. So, yeah.
And what do you notice the difference this year? What do you know? What do you notice the difference this year? And chill out, man. Chill out. A.J. Brown not breaking no records, man.
I'm going with A.J. Brown.
What do you? That's real disrespectful. If you look at the record, that's real disrespectful. No, he's not even that kind of guy.
That's disrespectful to Megatron. That dude ain't no Megatron.
Come on, dog. Like, what we talking about? Even
out of the 3 scenarios, out of them 3 scenarios.
Come on, dog. But what you notice differently about this offseason than
he thought he gonna be like Randy Moss was with Brady.
What do you notice differently about this offseason with the Cowboys than previous off seasons with the Cowboys?
Ain't no holdouts. Everybody showed up to work.
It's been real quiet.
It wasn't quiet. Ain't no Pickens. Pickens was the story.
Yeah, it was, but he hasn't made no noise about it. It wasn't him making no noise about it. It was just us, like sports people talking about it. Other than that, it's been real quiet. And so either Jerry has realized, let me knock on wood first, either Jerry has realized, like, or somebody got him to realize, like, bro, just chill out. We don't need no news. We're going to be all right. Or he getting old and he might not be able to speak too much no more. But, hey, Jerry, I love you, man. I love you. Just step back a little bit.
No, that last one, Jerry Jones
I
not being able to speak? No, that is
no,
not the situation.
he gonna have something, man. He gonna record his voice or something to get let somebody hear him.
Right.
I
But
hope not,
to
man.
what you were saying, man, about the Cowboys, I think that they finally, I think they respect this coach that they have more than their most recent coaches that
Okay.
they've had.
Okay.
I do, because that guy's come in like he didn't come in with no big time name, no big time career that
Other
he's
than his
already
dad,
done.
you know what I'm saying?
Other than his dad, nepotism run through. That's
Yeah.
NFL, what the N
Mhm.
stand for.
Mhm.
So
Hold up, that's a good one.
I
That's a
like
good
that
one.
one. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's a
that's what
good one.
the N stand
That's,
for, Nepotism Football League.
I like
But
that.
he came in and he just did his job last year, man. Like Mike McCarthy, he was there and he was trying to come in and be this hardcore, something he wasn't. And they saw through that. I think this guy's not being like that. He's just like, hey, we're gonna go and do the work. And I agree that Jerry has been quiet, and quiet is kept. I don't think Pickens is gonna play for the Cowboys next year. This they last run with him. I don't think they gonna pay him. He gonna go somewhere else. So this the time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The Dallas Cowboys being quiet is terrible for them. That's just not how they
Oh, man.
operate. That ain't how Jerry
It is
Jones
not.
operates.
Just let us rock, man.
This is too weird. It's too weird. Nah, that's how I know it's not gonna be a great season. It's too quiet over there. It's weird. That's not normal, homie. Nah, we
Just
ain't.
let us rock. We're
Football
not gonna be
season
on
is
Hard
like,
Knocks this year. Nothing.
look here, man. The preseason starts in about roughly two and a half weeks, and we ain't heard Jerry Jones. Something up. Something up.
I got so
Mm-mm.
he might got some health
Nah,
issues. He
bro.
might be going through some things.
They ain't putting no Mitch McConnell on him, man, saying he alive when he really not.
Go so we gonna see pictures of Jerry Jones in the hospital bed with jeans on, and what you say?
Jerry got
And what
Man, I
you
Jerry
seen
saying?
you
Jones got a
joking
clone,
about that.
man. Jerry Jones will be the first person with a clone. So, but we gonna leave that. We gonna leave that off to the side.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it if he's buried in a hyperbolic chamber or cryogenic chamber underneath the Cowboy Stadium.
I'm telling
And he's
you.
like, if we ever make it to the Super Bowl, unthaw me when we make it to the
I'm
Super
gonna be
Bowl.
here. Yeah, I'm gonna be here. Like, I don't care what y'all talk about. I'm gonna be here.
You know what I'm surprised about in this new culture? I just thought about this. Why hasn't Jerry Jones put himself a statue in front of Dallas Cowboys Stadium in their stadium? That
Let
seems
them
like
win one
something
more.
that's so Jerry Jones to do right now.
Let us win one more. And I'm look, the thing about it is, the statue's already built. You know the statue's already built. He just ain't put it out yet because we ain't won nothing in 30 years. So let us win one more. All they gonna have, you gonna see the next day, Jerry Jones statue unveiled. Because the statue's already built. The bust is already, it's gonna be larger than life. It's already built. It's gonna be right in front of the opening where you walk into the Cowboy Stadium. Don't worry.
It's gonna be there. But
We shall
yeah,
see.
I think they gonna have a good season. I ain't gonna even front on that.
Yeah, I got AJ Brown, man. Anyway, Sean, what you got? I know you had some NFL news for us.
Yeah, well, just questions, man. You know, this World Cup is just finishing today, and they played in a lot of NFL stadiums. They switched all the stadiums to grass. Why won't they? I mean, I don't know if they will keep that for all of them, but man, this need to be. I think this needs to be more noise needs to be made about that. About them. Obviously, they have the ability to put grass in all stadiums. Because they had, I mean, this World Cup going on for 6 weeks or something like that. Obviously, I think it's a financial issue why they won't put the grass in all the stadiums. But what are y'all thoughts on that?
I just need my team to win consistently. So I don't care if it's grass, clay, AstroTurf.
They won't be injured if they consistently have grass everywhere though.
Man, I don't care nothing about no injury. I just need I need us to win. You can win first, then we worry about everything else.
See,
Yeah. That's the one thing.
Yeah, no, I'm of the grass mentality, right? Because I mean, I looked up a little bit, but like, J.C. Treader, he was the president of the NFL Players Association a while back, and he wrote an article that said players have a 28% higher rate of non-contact lower extremity injuries when playing on artificial turf. Of those non-contact injuries, players have a 32% higher rate of non-contact knee injuries on turf and a staggering 69% higher rate of non-contact foot ankle injuries on turf compared to grass. And so I don't like, you're not going to tell me that this is financial, because at the end of the day, like, these are billionaires, dog. And so like that's not, I'm not with that. In my high school, we've had grass forever. And yeah, late in the season, it gets about yellow, right? It's being in North Carolina. But at the end of the day, you're in the NFL. You can pay somebody to water the grass. You can pay somebody to paint the grass. You can pay for people to do all of that every game, right? I think well, I'm not gonna say I don't think it's a financial issue. It is a financial issue, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't be, because these are billionaires. And there's a company out there, a couple of companies that will sponsor that grass, man. But this shows you how much they don't care about their product, right? They look at the NFL players as help, right? They don't look at them as partners. You know what I'm saying? And so, and that just is evident in the turf situation. Like, and it's funny because high schools right now in football are fighting for turf, right? High schools are fighting for as much turf as they can get because of how easy it is, and you don't mess it up. You don't mess it up with 10 sports playing on it all year. NFL, only one sport plays on that field all year. You might have some MLS team or whatever, but you can dictate that. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of it, you're not gonna tell me that it just costs too much for the upkeep of the field to put the grass out there for these players, man. Nah. Put it out there, and so we can avoid some of these knee injuries. So your product can stay on the field longer. And so the money that you're paying these guys is it sitting on the side?
That's what they're gonna say about it. But I just, if they did that for that World Cup, they could do that for the players too, particularly at the Giants field in the Meadowlands. That's where they had the most of those injuries that Don was talking about, and they converted that field. Second question I had is more we could talk about, will CJ Stroud bounce back this year? Because everybody that looks at that team knows that they have the best defense in the whole NFL. That defense is monster. You saw when they played against Denver last year. He had all those turnovers. They were starting in negative field position so many times, and they stopped them almost every time. How can CJ Stroud? What do you think he's gonna bounce back? Because if he does, I think that team is a Super Bowl contender. I just don't trust him.
I think he'll do just enough. He'll be a better game manager, knowing that the defense has his back. He'll be a better game manager. Cause right now I'm seeing him and Bryce Young kind of go in opposite directions. I don't know if the man lost his confidence or whatever, as far as CJ Stroud goes. But I'm seeing him and Bryce go in two different directions, man. But he'll still be a great game manager. He's still a good quarterback. He just won't be that dynamic. What's the word I'm looking for? Catch you by surprise, like he did his freshman, or rookie campaign. You know what I mean? Like, it's tape out on you, and now you turnover prone. So just worry about being a game manager.
He an Ohio State quarterback, man. Them dudes don't do good. I mean, they really don't. But I thought he was gonna change it around. But that team, man, they got a good offense too, a decent offense. I don't know. Don, what's your thought?
See, I disagree. I think he's gonna bounce back. I think he's gonna bounce back because he's gonna get so many opportunities, because the defenses, they led the league in turnovers, right? And Daniil Hunter led the league in sacks. You know what I'm saying? And so when you have when you get those opportunities, I think like 58, like you said, his rookie year had a great year. Nobody knew exactly everything that he was gonna be able to do, so he came and lit the league up. Sophomore year, there's tape out on you, so now your weaknesses get exposed. Now your junior year is when you go back, you realize, you look at the tape, how did my rookie year go? What did I do that went well? What did I do that went bad? You look at your sophomore year, okay, how did this happen? How did I take such a step back? Now your third year, you combine both. You do more of the things better that you did your rookie year, and your sophomore year, you revamp those weaknesses, right? Or you fix those weaknesses. And so now I think because he's not reliant on all athleticism, and he has a good head on his shoulders. He's played good football. He's played the highest level of football you can play, especially in college. And so everything now I think is between the ears with him. And so now when he can get that between the ears straight, he can get his mental and start reading defenses better and start beating defenses pre-snap, right? I think he'll become the guy that we all know he can, just based on his physical talent, right? Because it's not his arm, it's not his arm, it's not his legs, right? It's up here. So once he now overcomes what defenses realized was his weakness last year, I think they'll win the division. Not saying much, but I think they'll win the division again. I think they'll win the division again this year.
Great defense, but nah, man. What's between his ears is his issue. That's why I said he's just gonna have to be a really good game manager, homie. I don't think he got that same superstar trajectory that he had coming out of his rookie season, yo. I just don't think so.
And what
Oh
about,
yeah,
like,
now, I'm not saying I
he
think he's gonna
got
be a superstar. Yeah, I think he's gonna be better than what he was last year, which is gonna be good enough with a great defense to take them far in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to be a superstar with that defense to do anything. He's gonna be better than he was last year, though.
I mean, yeah, he can do that, but you still got to worry about Indiana Jones coming back with the Colts, and like him or not, Trevor Lawrence is finally being the stable, consistent quarterback that Jacksonville thought it was going to be coming out. So that right there in the same division is going to be his problem.
Nah,
Daniel
I don't
Jones
think
doesn't
I
scare
don't,
me.
I don't put too much.
Jacksonville,
Jacksonville.
he ain't got to scare you. He ain't got to scare you. You a Cowboy fan, you know what I mean?
He don't scare me for
scare
the
you.
Texans. Like we saw him and he was in our division. You know what I'm saying? So he got to show me.
Yeah, but he's getting coached up better than when he was in y'all division, man. I mean,
That's true.
Daniel
Brian
Jones was an
Daboll,
MVP candidate.
Brian Daboll was a bad head coach.
The man was an MVP candidate before he got hurt.
He was. But going back to CJ Stroud, man, I think like you got that receiver, Nico Collins is a good receiver he has. And they got a couple of good, I don't know, I had to look up all of their offensive weapons, but I know he got a good tight end too. Guy he used to play for the Cowboys. Too. Yeah, he got some weapons over there.
Schultz.
If he can get his head right. Schultz, yeah, that's the name. If he can get the ball out to them, man, they can make something happen. So I just hate to see such a good defense get wasted, man. I hope that doesn't happen because those boys impress me every time I watch them play on defense.
They better call Tyrod Taylor. If that's what you worry about, you better get Tyrod Taylor on the squad, man. Get somebody who know what to do with some weapons. Go call Tyrod Taylor, man.
I ain't gonna count him out yet,
man. Malik Willis is taken, so you got to go get Tyrod Taylor.
I ain't gonna count him out yet, man.
Since we talking about them, the AFC, because they was one of the divisions we was gonna preview today.
Okay.
AFC South, right? Okay, so y'all could go and give out y'all where y'all think the division's gonna line up. Who you think is gonna win it? Second place, third place, fourth place.
All right, Don, you can go ahead first, homie.
Bet. AFC South. I got number 1. Who's gonna win it? The Texans, right? Like we just talked about. They got the best defense in the league. I think CJ Stroud is gonna make enough plays with Tank Dell, with Nico Collins to do his thing, and he's gonna bounce back after a subpar season last year. And even though they still won a division, he still had a subpar season. I think he's gonna get better, and the defense is gonna continue to get better. So I don't see them taking a step back. I think number 2 is gonna be the Jags. I think Trevor Lawrence, he's gonna do a little bit, right? And I think what's your boy name from Colorado? Uh, 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 receiver DB. I think he's gonna have another good season.
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter. I think he's gonna have a better season because I don't know if y'all saw the pictures. It looked like he put on some weight, and so now he's gonna be a more formidable DB, right? And he's gonna be a more formidable receiver because you're gonna be able to let him run routes across the middle. You're gonna be able to let him. His route tree is just gonna expand, right? You're not gonna have to worry about him taking a whole bunch of hits and getting hurt. You know what I mean?
Now, question on that.
Mhm.
With him coming off an injury, you still think they're gonna play him on both sides of the ball, man?
I think you have
They
to,
already
man.
said.
I think you have to. He's that good of a player. Like he's that good. You know what I'm saying?
But how good are you still coming off an injury?
Yeah.
And it's the NFL, man. He can't do that stuff that he did in college. He can't play. They can only play him at most, in my opinion, at most 10 plays on offense a game in the NFL. So it's more like 5.
I ain't gonna say that, man. I think he did just based on what I've seen in the offseason with him putting on weight. I think now he's more prepared and equipped to do that than he was last year, right? He was skinny. He was skinny in college. He was skinny his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You can't play both sides of the ball just being skinny. It's just not gonna happen. So I think now his body is ready. I think this year is when we're gonna be able to determine if he's gonna be able to do it long term or not. You know what I mean? I think if he gets hurt this year or if he gets exposed this year, it's gonna be like, okay, we're gonna have to sit you on one side of the ball, and then you're gonna have to like maybe play special teams or whatever. But it's gonna be a one side of the ball type thing. I think we're gonna see it this year, but I think he's gonna be able to do it because now I think for me, it's never been about his athletic ability. It's never been about his worrying about him getting injured. It's about knowing the plays and knowing what to do on both sides of the ball. That's the biggest thing because offenses in the NFL are complicated as hell and got a whole bunch of words and situations and play calls. Defense is the same thing. So it's tough enough for a guy that plays one side of the ball to understands all the adjustments and all that kind of stuff for an NFL offense or defense. So if he can get it mentally, I think he'll be solid. Or if the coaches are like, look, this is the package we got for you on both sides of the ball. This is what we're gonna do. I think he can do it. But athletically and just based on the way he's put on this offseason, I think he can do it. Number 3, all right, I got the Titans. I think Cam Ward, he's a winner. He's a leader. He's young, but he understands how to lead men. He's a leader of men, and he's done it at every program he's been to. So I think last year, obviously, was his rookie year. They just wasn't a good team in general. So I think he takes that step forward. I think they've done some things to put some guys around him, especially on the offensive line to keep him healthy. So I think he takes that big step this year, even though it's not going to be a huge step because I just don't think they're as a team as good as the Texans or the Jags. But I think they may fight for a wild card spot, right? So we'll see. And then 4th, I think the Colts, man. I think the Colts. Daniel Jones is cool, right? But I just don't believe in them as a team. I don't believe in them as a whole. So that's my rankings for the AFC South.
All right.
Gotcha,
It's your ranking.
Gotcha.
I'll go with mine. I'll go next. All right. I think number 1 is going to be, I agree with the Texans winning the division because of the things we just talked about. I think they got the best defense. And in that division, they'll be able to stop all those teams. Even if C.J. Stroud doesn't have his best season, they'll be able to win that division. Number 2, though, I think is going to be Indianapolis. I think that they're going to be improved. I think people forget that they have Jonathan Taylor on the team. Jonathan Taylor been balling since he got in the league. They got a good receiver too. Again, I should have looked up his name, but number 14, he had his best year. He had like 1,100 yards last year with half of Daniel Jones balling in the
Come on, Alec Pierce.
for the season. He still had a good, yeah, him. And you know, I think their coach was doing a good job last year up until the time that Daniel Jones got hurt and they just kind of scrambled. And I think they were just because, you know, they're run by well, I know Irsay had passed away, but they made some radical decisions last year after Daniel Jones got hurt, bringing Phillip Rivers in there, and I think that just kind of
Philly
derailed
T.
their season. I mean, come on, 44 years old, you bring them in mid-season, what you expect? But I
Off the
think they're
side,
going to
fresh off the
improve and be number
sideline.
2. Yeah. Number 3, I think the Jaguars going to be number 3. I think they're going to regress because they lost Travis Achan, and they lost another receiver, and they they have a decent receiver, but I don't know. His number is 7. Again, his name escapes me, but I think he does okay. But I think Trevor Lawrence, he's never really been that great to me. I think he's going to regress more to the mean because Travis Achan did a lot for that team offensively. He was a big part of what they did. Losing that is going to hurt them. I think they go to number 3, and I think number 4 is the Titans. They will be improved though, because everybody know how bad the Titans were last year. I think they won like 3 times. I think they might double their win total, but that's still going to be something that's going to put them at the bottom of that division, but you'll see improvement in them. I think Cam Ward is a good quarterback prospect. I think Robert Saleh and the guy that we was talking about in the offensive coordinator role, the guy that used to coach the Giants, he's going
Daboll.
to Daboll. He is going to help that offense tremendously because that's what he's good at. He's a good offensive coordinator, just like Mike McDaniel. We talked about him being able to call offense. Daboll can call offense. Saleh is a good head coach. I don't know. I mean, the Jets, I don't even know why they got rid of that guy. When they fired Robert Saleh, they were in a game where if they won that game, they would have been in first place in the AFC East. They lost that game and they fired him. Okay, just doing just things, but I think he's a good coach. So I think they're going to improve, but they're going to be last in the division this year.
Well, I got Daniel Indiana Jones in the Indianapolis Colts winning the division. They were going to win it before he got hurt. I mean, I don't see any reason why him being healthy and my man Taylor being healthy, why they can't just run it back. Colts. The defense from the Houston Texans, that's what got them at number 2 for me. The reason I got Jacksonville at number 3 instead of number 2, we got Devin Lloyd. So to me, that would mean that Travis Hunter's going to be on the defensive side of the ball now, because they're going to need all the help they can get on that back end. Cool.
Yeah,
And
he's listed
the
as a
Tennessee
starter.
Titans. Yeah, so in the Tennessee Titans, again, they'll be improved. They'll go from like 3 wins to 4, but they'll still be at the bottom of their division. So, yeah.
Yeah, and the next division I had was the AFC North. That's obviously a big time division, always has been. So I guess I'll start this one. It's kind of iffy for me. I think the winner of the AFC North is going to be Baltimore. I think Lamar Jackson got a lot to prove. They still got a real good roster. New coach that they have is a good defensive-minded coach. So Baltimore's defense is going to be better than it was last year and the year before. Baltimore was having some issues with defense. It was just because of their long-term reputation. People wasn't focused on it as much. I think they'll be better, and Lamar is going to have an improved season with, again, Zay Flowers, your boy Derrick Henry back there, Mark Andrews. They got some weapons over there.
Hopkins still with Baltimore, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Hopkins is still there. But if he is, that's another one.
Think
That's
so.
a veteran
I think so,
presence.
I ain't hear about no other team picking him up or nothing like that, unless I'm tripping.
We'll see how much he got left in the tank, though. He long in the tooth, man. But
yeah, but you ain't got to be that dynamic receiver. You just got to be good over the top for a couple plays a game. You know what I mean?
Actually, no, he's not.
Yeah,
he's not on the depth chart.
He's not on Baltimore.
He ain't there no more.
But I think
he might be at the house. He'll come in the playoffs.
I got Baltimore in that. Number 2, I have Cincinnati Bengals. I think they're going to improve. Joe Burrow, I told y'all the other week, I honestly, I think he's better quarterback than Lamar and they got an improved defense. They got Dexter Lawrence. Then they got some other guys. They drafted some defenders, and they have got some more secondary help through free agency. So I liken them to the Cowboys. If they can have a middle of the pack defense, or maybe even between 16 and 20, if they can rank there, they're going to be a threat in that division. But I got them number 2. Number 3, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. They just old, man. Point blank. Period. That's why they gonna be number 3. Number 4, Cleveland Browns.
He said they just old, man. That's why they
It's
gonna
just
be
old, man. Cleveland Browns number 4, just because they're Cleveland and they don't really know who's gonna be their quarterback. They trade away Myles Garrett. I think they got some good return for Myles Garrett, but it's not gonna help them this year. They got all them draft picks. Jared Verse is a good player. He might be dynamic for them, but their defense has been good for a long time anyway, and they still have performed poorly in seasons. So I don't expect nothing less. So I think they'll be at the bottom.
All right. Don, you can go ahead.
All right. Mine is really really the same. You know what I'm saying? I got the Ravens winning it, right? But I think that it's gonna come down to really probably one of the last games for them and the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? I think that the Bengals, the biggest, other than the defense, right, which I think they did some good things on the defensive side of the ball. I think they got Dexter Lawrence, which is gonna be huge as far as the A gap to A gap, right? And that's, I mean, in football, that's where you make your money, right? A gap to A gap. If you can't hit downhill runs, if Dexter Lawrence, and they did it to stop Derrick Henry, right? If you can stop Derrick Henry right there, as far as if you the Bengals, you know what I'm saying, with Dexter Lawrence, now we cooking with something. You got Jonathan Allen, you know what I mean? And so we're gonna see what happens in them A gaps with the Bengals. But past that, I think their biggest move was Orlando Brown. I think Orlando Brown, because he's gonna have to keep Joe Burrow clean. Joe Burrow's got to be clean. He cannot take as many sacks as he was taking in the past. If you keep Joe Burrow clean, he is gonna get you to at least, I feel like he can get them to at least the AFC Championship. If you can keep him clean. And the defense, like you said, the defense can be average. He's been asking for average defense since he stepped on the Bengals. That's all he's been asking for. They ain't had to be great. They ain't had to be world beaters. He's just been asking for average defense. So I think I can give them 1A, 1B with the Ravens. I think the Ravens will end up being it because as far as just winning the division, I'm not talking playoffs, but just winning the divisions because of, honestly, I think what just happened to Lamar with the being ranked 69th in all the NFL, I think that gives them a little slight edge. That gives them the bulletin board material, something to rally around the whole season to push them over the top. You know what I mean? Third, same Steelers, and that's just because the Browns are the Browns, right? I don't have no faith in the Steelers. I don't have no faith in Mike McCarthy because, I mean, he was with us, and again, I ain't got no faith in him. The only reason I put him over the Browns because he has a history with Aaron Rodgers, and they might be able to make some quick magic to win a couple of games, and that familiarity will help them. But the Browns, as much as I would love them, I would love the Browns to be like second in division, close to winning it, just because of Shador and how much he's had to deal with. I don't think it's gonna happen, man. I don't think he out there running with gloves on. Now you don't know if he's gonna play receiver or if he's actually gonna still stick with the backup quarterback situation, or if he's gonna end up being a starter. I don't know if he has starter in him anymore. And at the end of the day, I don't think Cleveland should put him in that position. I think they should move on as far as let him mentor in the right ways. Shador, don't take him to the same massage parlors he's going to. Let him go get his cryotherapy and
man, stay away.
You know what I'm saying?
Stay away.
Stay out of there,
from
Shador.
that man. Stay away from that man.
Stay out of there, Shador. But as far as football goes, like, just be back there. Be back there for when things go bad. And he has I mean, they always do with young quarterbacks. Things go bad, just be there to be a mentor for him. You know what I mean? And then year 3, year 4, Shador be ready to least take the division over, I feel like. So yeah, that's my ranking, man.
Well, Baltimore's going to win the division. If they weren't before, they are now, because you done made Lamar Jackson angry by telling people that, yeah, we no longer fear you. All right. Any man who got the same braids as Snoop from The Wire, he's going to win the division. That's
straight down. Backs all year.
Hands down. In Baltimore, not even straight backs, just the down joints. Baltimore, hands down, winning the division. Number 2, Pittsburgh. Why Pittsburgh? Joe Burrow's not playing the full season. I'm going to go on and let y'all stop wishing and hoping on that one already. He's not playing the full season. It's not happening. So, yeah, Pittsburgh by default is going to be the number 2 team. Cincinnati, number 3, just because, the Browns are still the Browns. Dylan Gabriel might even get a chance to play again this season, messing around with the Browns, man. That's how that's going to go. That's how that's going to go. So, yeah, Baltimore to win it. Pittsburgh coming up in the number 2.
Man, I'm telling you, y'all better watch Cincinnati, boy.
Yeah, everybody gonna watch them and be like, "Oh, again."
Telling you, Orlando.
Again.
Hey, Lando, protect the boy. Protect the boy. You the O-line.
You gotta remember.
They gave you big money. They ain't give you big money for no reason. Come on, Lando.
You gotta remember, man. You gotta remember the man got bionic parts. So you know how old people, man, when they get cold outside, your bones and stuff get to feeling weird. The man got like a titanium leg or ankle or something like that.
You gotta keep him clean.
Yeah,
you gotta keep him clean.
It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, Slick. Joe Burrow will not play the full season, man.
Come on, Joe Shiesty.
Just telling y'all. I hate to break it to you, but
all right.
Not going down.
All right.
That was it for the NFL?
I did have an NFL top 5.
We get to you. You can get to your top 5 after we do the
so
the full
yeah,
joint.
you go ahead.
Yeah. So the only other thing I really had was y'all seen the ACC, they got another tiebreaker now. So we won't have the same situation as last season with like a Duke going to the ACC championship with no bit of business. Y'all seen that?
I heard about it, but not the details of it. I'm not familiar with.
So of course, in the event of a tie, you got the head-to-head matchup, right? If that doesn't work, they look at the team success. Then after that, they go with a ranking metric. It's pretty much like the FBS poll at the end of the season. Whoever has the best winning percentage, they'll go that route instead of just because the 11-2 team. Well, I mean that ain't possible because you don't just play 13 games, but the 11-1 team might have lost at the end or something like that, and now Miami don't get to play and Duke gets to play in the championship, but they have a worse record. That's not going to be the situation anymore. So they said now they're trying to make sure that the best 2 teams are playing for the championship. So that's why they have all those stipulations in the tiebreaker now. So, duh. I mean, I'm glad this is news, but it should have been that way anyway.
Man.
Really, though.
And one more thing about the ACC. Can I say one thing about the ACC, please?
Sure.
Get Stanford, get Cal, get Louisville, and there was one more team that I'm hold on.
Boston College.
But Boston College is OG. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that. But get them teams out of the ACC, man. Like, what are we doing? Why is Stanford and Cal in the ACC? Louisville, okay. SMU was it. Like, get them people over there. The Atlantic Coast Conference, dog. Like, why do we
ain't gonna do it?
Like, what are we doing? You making Cal and Stanford have to travel 4 hours, like, across time zones, back-to-back weeks for games, and them kids not being able to go to school, not being able to get adequate rest for the games. You don't care about them kids, man. Get them in a conference on the West Coast, and we'll see them in the playoffs. It's about to be a 64-team playoff anyway. Like, Get the ACC
Yeah,
back to
no,
what the
Pac-12,
ACC was, so we
they
can
put
rock,
them in
man.
the Pac-12 again.
Nah, man. The NCAA football landscape is a battle of real estate right now. Everybody just snatching up schools, homie. That's it.
That's a
The Big
fact. Nah,
Ten
that's a fact.
has
And I
like,
hate it.
excuse me, the SEC got like 18 teams and 12 of them teams in the top 25. We not giving up.
That's
The
a
ACC
fact.
ain't giving up nobody, man. They waiting on the
Damn, man.
HBCU to be decent, so
Hey,
I can snatch, so
hey,
I can
chill
snatch
out.
one of them.
Hey, chill out. Hey, chill out. A&T to the ACC, what's happening?
I
They
don't know
do,
about that
but
one. I don't know about that one, but
they
FAMU,
definitely
everybody
need
get
to.
FAMU.
They definitely need to fix their logistics with those teams that Don mentioned. If they gonna be in the league, man, they cannot play back-to-back games against people on the East Coast. They can't do that. That's football malpractice right there. If their AD allowed something like that for those schools, I mean, come on. So they can't do that. If they gonna stay in the league, they can't play like excuse me, like
Or
that.
even I read something like a Cal has you got a Saturday game you got a 1:00 game on a Saturday, right? Playing on the East Coast. You come back, you got a Thursday night game at home. That's still that don't help you out none, right? Because now if you're playing at 1:00 on the East Coast, you playing at what is it, 10:00? Normal time, or where you from? Like, it just doesn't make sense, man. It's just not smart. And I know it's all money. I get it. Just like everything else is. But there has to be a better solution to this issue. There has to be. And some people smarter than me, y'all got to figure that out.
The only way it will happen, and I don't think this will happen because they got the new Pac-12, but they got all them also ran teams in there, man. They ain't got no big names in it. That conference has to come out smoking with some teams and some donors and all that to build them up to make their conference be better for them to get some of them teams back or something. I don't even know who's in the Pac-12, but I know they got, I think it's like 12 or 13 teams in it now that probably used to be in the Mountain West and stuff like that.
Man, that's the Colorado conference, so it ain't really hitting on too much.
Right.
They ain't hitting on too much.
Ain't a damn thing.
Hey, but watch this though. I'm gonna say this about the ACC, Miami. Y'all better watch Miami, man. Miami,
I got them winning it.
A squad. They might win the chip this year. And I almost called it last year. I told 58 on our show, man. I think Miami can be a upset.
I'm telling you like I told you. Telling you like I told you last week, man. This is already set up for Texas to win this whole thing. Texas is in the SEC and does not have to play Georgia nor Alabama all season. Texas is winning this whole thing.
But see, I mean, Miami, they got the same, like, it ain't who heavy hitting in the ACC.
They only play Notre Dame.
But Miami gonna have to get to when Miami gets to the playoff, they're gonna have to run through some SEC teams to get to the championship. That's why I don't. No,
that's a fact.
Yeah, I don't have to.
But I think Miami got. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be them. I think that's a national right. Georgia
Tech is going to destroy whatever chance Miami has of doing whatever it is y'all think they're going to do. Because Miami, for some reason, can't stop a triple option.
Georgia Tech not triple option no more. Georgia Tech spread now.
Georgia Tech will run that triple. Is it a black quarterback back there?
No, this the boy he was nice back there. The boy that was, what was his last? What was his name? Hold on.
I know what you're talking about.
Whatever his name is, they will beat Miami with a triple option. They every time they've done it. Miami's gonna be probably undefeated.
No, I'm sorry.
Get to Georgia Tech.
I'm sorry. You know who their quarterback is now? Mendoza's little brother.
Triple option.
No,
Miami. That's Miami's loss.
He's not totally nothing. He's throwing the ball.
You not hearing me, man?
And the quarterback from Georgia Tech last year is your backup quarterback now, Hayes King, and he's throwing that ball like they done with the triple option stuff. They done. They not Army, Air Force. They got a new offensive coordinator there. Spread
my
team
backup
now.
Quarterback.
Yeah,
he played for A&T.
Panthers.
I said A&T. Say A&T, man. You talking about? Yeah, he gonna be back there. Yeah, he gonna be way back there. He gonna be the way back up. But yeah. But Texas gonna win the whole thing. That's safe money. That's safe money next season. But if nothing else, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get to the Sunday Night Live top 5 with Mr. Mashawn Roberson. Hold on, brother. I got you some intro music this time.
All right.
Yes, sir. The Sunday Night Live top 5 with Mr. Mashawn Roberson. Mashawn, take it away. I'm gonna keep it on in the background.
I just have this kind of a simple one with the top 5 current receivers in the NFL. This might be a good list to spark some debate. My number 1 or number 5 is Amon-Ra St. Brown with Detroit Lions. He's had a lot of good seasons. He's primarily been there from a receiving standpoint. He's been the engine that's making that team go. Jared Goff goes to him consistently. He's always been killing my team, the Bears. So I know about that man. Number four, Justin Jefferson. And he's number 4 because of his lack of quarterback play the last 2 years. We'll see if Kyler Murray can help this man get back up in the list, because if he had, I've seen him play. He reminds me of Larry Fitzgerald in terms of being able to do things with whatever quarterback is there. But he's kind of McCarthy's been letting him down, and he's been very professional about it, though. Hasn't been showing out anything, but he still got a lot of talent. Number 3, Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua has balled out. He's so outside of his mind game. He's got some mind games going on off the field, but Puka Nacua has balled out. Matthew Stafford has been getting him the ball, so they have been doing a good job out there for the LA Rams. Number 2, Jamar Chase. Like I said, I think he's gonna have a big year, especially if Joe Burrow can stay healthy. He gets a lot of one-on-one coverage because he got a good number 2 receiver over there in T. Higgins. And every time I watch him play, man, he's just balling out there. I got a lot of respect for that man's game. Number one, Jackson Smith and Jigga. Had a very good season last year, won Offensive Player of the Year, and which is that's the MVP for skilled players. You have to have a phenomenal year to win the MVP if you're not a quarterback. So he had a very good year, and he's done that in multiple years. He's been building up to the year he had last year, and I just see him. That's my number 1 guy.
Okay. Go ahead, Don.
All right. So my list. All right, I'll start at 5 as well. My list is 4 and 5 combined. You can put 4 or 5, doesn't matter where you want to slice it. George Pickens, CD Lamb. Those are 4 and 5. 2 of the best receivers in the league. If they were anywhere else,
I wish you could.
If they were anywhere else, they would be number 1 receivers, right? But it's a 1A, 1B. We got it popping. We got 2 number 1 receivers. Number 3, Jackson Smith and Jigba, right? JSN. I think he's number 3 right now because he had the best season last year as far as receivers go. But I got to see it consistently for him to put it for him to get at number 1 and number 2. Number 2, it's really 1A, 1B, but I'll leave him at 2 for right now. Jay Jettas, man. How can he just so explosive? And there's nothing you can do with him defensively to stop him, right? And you just anywhere the quarterback puts the ball, he's gonna go get it. And there's nothing you can do to stop him defensively. He breaks down. You're not gonna play in man coverage. You put 2 guys on him, he's gonna beat double coverage. Like it's really unfair. You know what I'm saying? And sidebar, the LSU team was really unfair. And number one is obviously Jamar Chase, man. And I was watching something on, I think it was NFL Films, just talking about what's the quarterback? The quarterback that went in, Flacco. Flacco was with when he was with them late
I
in the
mean,
season last year. And they said he was mic'd up and he was on the sideline. He was just talking about how good Jamar Chase was, like how he was throwing terrible balls and Jamar Chase was going and getting them. Right? Jamar Chase is just that dude. Like he's any quarterback, just put the ball up and he's gonna go get it, man. And he's so smart and he's so crafty with his route running. It's just it's really unfair. Him and Justin Jefferson are really unfair as far as receivers go. They're the evolution of and what we thought OBJ was gonna be, right? And so I think that's my top 5, man. Jamar Chase at 1, Jay Jettas at 2, JSN at 3, GP and CD at 4 and 5.
Yeah, Odell Beckham Jr. had 1 catch, fooled the whole world. Me included, fooled the whole world with 1. Like he gonna be nice, and no, that was it. Yeah, that was
I think
it.
He just got up here, man. I think but he was balling in the Super Bowl too. It did.
Yeah. Best thing about the man was his hair, man. That's a shame when you play football. Number 5, CeeDee Lamb. Number 4, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Number 3, AJ Brown. Number 2, Justin Jefferson. And number 1, they named the bank after the man, Jamar Chase.
Here's one thing I'll say about Jackson Smith-Njigba, right? Because the rest of the guys that we named here, right, they have a good number
Track
2
record.
receiver on their team.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jackson Smith-Njigba does not have that. And he's still balling like that. So I that's why I put him number 1. And I think y'all got to think about that when you talk about the rest of the guys. Jamar, T. Higgins, Justin Jefferson got Addison. And then you name both your Cowboy receivers.
Mm-hmm.
They help each other out. Smith-Njigba, he doing it by himself, man.
I'm a sucker for.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna act like Cooper Kupp is just like a slap. Like he's a triple crown. So we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Ain't nowhere near that status no more.
Cooper Kupp is not no slap, man. We're not gonna act like he didn't win the triple crown a couple of years ago, dog.
It wasn't no couple. It was 3 or 4 years ago.
So what you saying is he's still part of the game plan when other teams, opposing coaches know they playing him. He's still part of the game plan.
Of course.
Is he as good as T. Higgins? Is he as good as Addison?
Yes.
He ain't good as no number 2 receiver that y'all talking about. So we not gonna do that.
Good as Addison. Come on, man.
I'm a sucker for track record. I can't just say you number 1 because you had a good year. You know what I mean? When I seen Jamar Chase do a whole lot more with way less.
I can respect that, but I'm saying that's the logic I had on Smith-Njigba. Cooper Kupp is not he's not the same guy, man. But he does have the reputation. I give him that.
Like Puka Nacua got a Devontae Adams. It ain't the version of Devontae Adams that we all, remember, but when you playing him, you know good and well you ain't gonna double Nacua with Devontae on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cooper Kupp will get that same respect. You're not gonna double Jackson Smith-Njigba just because you got Cooper Kupp on the other side of the ball.
All right, I get you. I'll go with that.
He's like, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I don't rock with it, but I hear you.
I don't rock with it. I don't think Cooper Kupp is still that guy like that.
I mean, he's formidable. He's in the game. He's in the game plan. When you talk about the team, you got a game plan. So, yeah, for sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mashawn's Sunday Night Live Top 5. Now it's time to get to that section that we all know and love, man. Time to show love to those who show love to us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the HBCU section. Yes, I think I found me some band music here. Hope I don't get strict for it. You know, we don't need no copyright strike for it. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sound like St. Aug band.
She said the St. Aug band.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace.
Right on. All right. Man, you gotta stop doing that. every week. You bring them up every week. You gotta quit doing it.
Man, well, I'll say what I will say to the end.
Okay, say no more. Say no more.
You might have some more.
Well, it's a couple of them. Yeah, it's a couple of them. Congratulations, Savion Red. Savion Red is a 5'10", 215 running back. He had some lower leg injuries throughout his, well, not throughout, but during a certain period of his career. Started off in Texas, went to Nevada, then played at Sacramento State. He will be going to Morehouse. So this is like one of the first Power 4 players that I even know of to go play for a D2 school. Congratulations to you. More so, congratulations to Morehouse, man. It's a very, very big deal for them. They're also, I don't know how serious they are about moving up to D1. Morehouse.
They serious.
Okay. I think that'll be
the guy. Oh gosh, I think he might have been the president of the SWAC or something. They had a SWAC media day where he was talking about how serious Morehouse is in trying to move up. But again, some of the there's some issues with them trying to do it facilities wise and overall staffing wise with their football team. But they serious in trying to do it. I hope they can.
Yeah, me as well. Congratulations to the SWAC conference, man. They extended their ESPN partnership through 2031. So that's a huge deal, man. So I believe that would be the MEAC SWAC opening game to start the HBCU season. Then, of course, you got the SWAC MEAC Celebration Bowl. So way to go there. Exposure. Now, the CIAA no longer has their partnership with HBCU Go. I didn't quite know, how I felt about that, being that the HBCU Go platform was a great way to showcase the CIAA teams. What's my lady's name? The CIAA commissioner, Miss Jackie Williams Parker. What she was saying is she thinks it's time for the CIAA themselves to be more responsible and more hands-on with their media coverage, meaning the schools are going to start incorporating some of their student broadcast journalists to start doing the broadcast and the advertising and marketing and things of that nature. Now, it's a good look, kind of, sort of, and the reason I say kind of, sort of is because it's not going to look uniform if you do it that way. Unless there's like one governing body, as far as there's one department for the entire CIAA, but we have each school has like a charter or like a little, a group that they meet, they set the guidelines. This is what it's going to look like. This is how we want the broadcast to go. To me, that's the only way that's going to work, because you're going to have some students who are not as well versed with being broadcasters as others. Maybe some freshmen at one school doing it, whereas you might have a junior somewhere else doing it. It's going to look different. I'm just saying, it's going to look different.
They're going to have student broadcasters.
Yeah. Like, that's what she wants. She wants it to be.
That might be challenging.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wish them all the best. It's going to be a little rocky because this will be the first time. Well, it won't be the first time they do it, but if this is going to be the way that they want to handle it, henceforth, now and forevermore, then I just want it to be uniform. That's all. Just want it to be uniform, because I don't want you just putting out any old thing saying we're keeping it in-house, because in-house is not always great.
And I like watching the HBCU Go game. That's how I kept up with CIAA stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
man. My biggest issue is if they start, and what I had a problem with when I was in the CIAA, when I was at St. Aug, like when I was trying to watch other teams' games and things like that, sometimes they would be charging for it. Like, and I mean, if we're just being realistic, like if we're at a D2 HBCU, there's a lot of people that's not trying to pay for these games, right? Grandma back home is just trying to see her son, her grandson play, and she's not trying to pay for the game. Like, we charging $4 and $5. Man, just let them games be free. Get the exposure. Get the exposure first, build the demand, and then you can charge people for them. Once you have a good product that is able to be marketed and sold, then you can sell that. But right now, we're just building the demand up. We're putting the cart before the horse. So like whatever you do as far as platforms go, whether you letting students broadcast it or whatever, like you like 58, you said like as long as it's uniform, I'm cool. And as long as there's a standard to it, I'm cool. So we're not up there looking crazy. But also stop charging people for these games, man. Like, stop charging people for these games.
Now, as of right now, I know HBCU Go and the CIAA doesn't have a partnership, but this all could change
For sure.
by the end of
Yeah.
next week or so. You know what I mean? Maybe
I'm
they're
not
in
sure
talks
if that's
now.
a
Like,
yeah. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, man, to break
I
away
know,
from
I know for a fact it's not.
HBCU Go.
I know for a fact it's not a good idea because people are.
Don't
If
make
that's what
sense.
you're known for, if it's already baked in, where people know they can go there to check your product out, and now if the partnership ends, you're saying, well, we're gonna do it a different way now. Y'all ain't got that much cachet to be doing that, homie. Remember,
Yeah.
Right.
people still hot about the CIAA not being in Charlotte.
Yeah.
So now you saying we're gonna cut ties with the HBCU
I
Go.
am people.
Come on, man. Don't pull it.
Yeah. I'm not. We'll see how that go, man.
Right.
Hopefully I hope that's short term unless they really professional about what they doing.
Yeah. But speaking of changing up things and keeping it professional, the Pepsi National Battle of the Bands as of next year will be in Dom's backyard. Dom being a Cowboy fan, I guess Jerry Jones wants some of that HBCU band money too. It's gonna
What?
be at Cowboy Stadium in 2027, man. Yeah,
Okay.
gonna be at Cowboy Stadium. Now y'all know this year it's gonna be in Houston this year, but 2027 Cowboy Stadium, and that might be that might be something to go to. Be quite honest with you, that
That's
might be
gonna
something to
be
go to. Yes, indeed.
All
Yes,
right,
indeed.
Jerry.
Yeah. And some fortunate news: LSU hosts Southern this year on September 9th. I don't know why they keep doing that. Like, if you're gonna just call them money games and just pay them, you ain't gotta go hurt them to give them the money. Just cut them a check. Man.
Hey, Southern, just put your tools out there. Put the ones out there for the first half. Get them off the field. Don't get them boys hurt.
Man,
You can,
for
hey,
real.
it's competitive for the first 5 minutes.
The first 5 minutes.
I watched
Adrenaline.
A&M play
All
Arkansas
adrenaline.
for 5 minutes. It was competitive.
All right, and keeping it in line with NFL stadiums looking out for HBCUs, Lincoln University versus Virginia Union is going to take place on October 31st at Lincoln Financial Field. If y'all don't know, that is the home of the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Everybody trying to cash in a little bit on some of this HBCU money, except HBCU Go, from what it looked like. Yeah, that's that's all I had for the HBCU section, ladies and gentlemen.
I just want
I
to
know-
bring up something real quick with the
Yes, sir.
HBCUs and go with kind of what Don was saying. Shaw University, they're having some issues too in terms of and you know where Shaw is. Shaw is in the heart of downtown Raleigh. So they have prime real estate in that city that they own and everything. And I saw a show Roland Martin was speaking to I don't know if this guy was the head of their alumni association or he was just a high ranking member, but he was talking about how the administration of the school is kind of circumventing some of their charters and some of their rules of their school to sell off some of that downtown real estate that they have in Raleigh, really at a fraction of what they are worth. And he's saying that they are not working with the alumni association effectively and letting them being transparent about what they're doing, and it's slowly, surely displacing Shaw's resources, which is disappointing. I'm hoping I can't remember the brother's name on the video that I watched, but I'm hoping that they can make some headway in stopping some of these things because he said something like they sold a piece of real estate that Shaw had for $20 million. And down the block, he said some rundown piece of property in downtown Raleigh sold for $22 million. and they had some. I mean, this downtown real estate, man. You can get if you're gonna sell it, definitely that's not the price to sell it for. So I just wanted to bring that up, man. Some of the HBCU, we need the administration, guys. We got to be good stewards of the funds that we get, and try to do our best to preserve these universities. There's a lot of good alumni that have come out of Shaw University, so definitely want to shout out to them and hope that they can sew up that and keep their school vibrant.
And I'm gonna
Right
say,
on.
can I say one thing? And
Don,
I'm gonna keep it. I promise you, I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna keep it real short on this,
do your
man,
thing,
because
man.
like I said,
Do your thing. Do your thing.
I spent time at St. Aug, and y'all know St. Aug is the same thing, downtown Raleigh, right up the street from where Shaw is, right? And while I was there, obviously after the season that I was offensive coordinator, basically the school shut down, right? Football program shut down. They filed bankruptcy this year, so I don't see them coming back. And while I was there, myself and some of the other coaches were talking about it, like the way Shaw looks, and if you go there, it's not a good looking place. But if you go to Shaw, we were talking about they were around the corner from suffering the same fate as we were. And I was there 2 years ago. Right. And so we figured that it was coming soon. And so this year, the high school that I coach at, the running back, I coach running backs. The running back that I coach was committed to Shaw. Actually, he signed a paper and everything. Right. Then he goes to the spring game. They had 3, maybe 4 coaches. Right. And he said it was real unorganized. So he asked for his release. They gave him his release, and he went to another school, man. And what I've heard is in coaching circles is like they've had to furlough a lot of coaches. They only got a couple of coaches on the staff that are actually getting paid. And it's football where you're supposed to have 8 or 9 coaches as a Division II program. They got 2 or 3 coaches that are actually getting paid, and that's including the head coach. And so, like you said, Mashawn, that land is extremely valuable that they sit on. And as a conspiracy theorist, I'm gonna just put this on record. I think there's been a conspiracy between something in the higher ups in Raleigh, whether it's the government or whatever, to get that land that St. Aug sits on and to get that land that Shaw sits on, because it's so valuable and it's important to help Raleigh expand. And what is Raleigh trying to do now? They're trying to get a major league team from North Carolina. And if you were going to get a major league team from North Carolina, the cheapest land to put that stadium, probably where Shaw or St. Aug sits, right? But that's just a conspiracy theory. But like you said, man, I hope and I pray that we're able to get our finances on board and take care and keep these historic institutions open and alive and thriving and giving the kids what they deserve at these schools.
Well, after that, man, it's kind of hard to be like final thoughts, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Final thoughts, gentlemen.
Really, you
Don,
right.
Mashawn, go right ahead.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that was mine, man. I mean, you hate to see these things. I just remember when I moved to North Carolina from Alabama, and I lived in Raleigh-Durham area, and I was getting acclimated to the area. Shaw and St. Aug were schools that I had heard about but never went to. Went to those schools, and the students there, of course, it's a long time ago. Students and the alumni there were very welcoming, and I enjoyed going to those campuses. HBCU life in that area at that time was very vibrant. I just wish that I wanted to really be a part of that area, because it is a historical place.
Yeah, man, and the thing about the HBCUs are they're always in the neighborhoods. You know, what I mean, that's what makes them so great. Once you're a student, when you become a student of HBCU, you're part of that community. If you really went there, you know how valuable they are to the community, man. So, yeah, I agree with both of y'all, man. Don.
Yeah, man, preserve our HBCUs. Shaw is the oldest black university in the South, and St. Aug is one of the first universities, if not the first, if I'm not mistaken, to offer nursing school for black students, right? So preserve our HBCUs.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Look, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. It's been another episode of Sunday Night Live with the 9 to 5 guys, man. Your man 58 South, Deshaun Roberson, The Don. Y'all don't forget, whenever you go outside, y'all take God with you. Y'all be kind. Y'all be careful. Like, share, subscribe, all that goodness. Peace. See you next week.